Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles in the thriving kingdom of Winterfell, where we have basically filled an entire island with a city at this point. There's been a little bit of a gap since the last episode, so all the new people to the channel, welcome. This is a series where I'm building a giant kingdom. As you can tell by, it's all, there's basically, we're up to the point now, we've got a capacity of 1,800 people. And this island is basically full, apart from a couple of patches just around the back here. So I'm thinking we maybe try and find, like, just a couple things to fill in the gaps with, maybe, like, a couple more houses. And then, like, enough stuff to make sure everyone's provided for. And then, it's time to move on to the mainland. I think that's happening today. I mean, there's not much else to be doing on the island at this point. So I think today is when we explore venturing to a new land and settling it. And potentially getting murdered by Vikings immediately, if that is what fixes the no Viking attack glitch, because I imagine as soon as we have anything built on this island, they're like, oh, now we have landing grounds anywhere around this entire massive island. So I'm a little bit concerned, but it'll be interesting to see. Maybe we can get some defenses going. I mean, we've got this tower here, so maybe if they decide to come down this channel, we can shoot them a bit. Annoyingly, an update is coming along very soon, which would like significantly help us with this, because it allows you to transport troops across the sea in special boats. And we have an army here that's just sat about not doing anything, but it seems like we're going to be building this thing today, and so we won't have the ability to take them across and defend the new town. So it might get burned, or maybe they'll still not attack. I'm not sure. It might take them might take me saving and loading the game to make it work, perhaps. Anyway, I need to check, like, the stats of the kingdom, because that's what's going to tell us that everything's okay, whether there's any last things we need to do. So, we're positive on wood. On stone, apparently there is none being made or used, so I'm going to put that down as a glitch and wait a year for the numbers to fix themselves. We're positive for charcoal by a fair chunk at this point. Yeah, like half of the stuff we're making is being used by homes, which is interesting, actually. Before we were not doing so great, but I guess maybe I overdid it, and now we've just got ridiculous amounts available. Iron's doing okay as well. I remember that struggling before. We're gaining tools every year. Armaments, nothing's happening with, because we're just not doing anything there. Money. Oh, money is negative. Okay, let's raise the taxes to 25%. People will still be happy enough. Trending towards 64. Oh, taverns are too crowded. Oh, okay. They're only too crowded if we build up a couple of extra people in the kingdom and just about go over the threshold for that, so that's interesting. So we'll build one more tavern somewhere, we'll make sure of that. And then, yeah, food. Food is apparently... oh no, that's money still. Oh no, this is money. Oh, I got it wrong. Hang on. Money back down. They're both yellow, okay? Money and food, basically the same thing. We can possibly put this way down. Yeah, we can put this down to 15% and we're still kind of okay. Only just. Whereas food is... yeah, food is negative. Oh. Oh, food is negative. We're losing a lot to exposure. Oh, but we're still losing more food. That's a bit of a worry. Now, my positioning of all my food supply stuff isn't fantastic. I've basically got all the storage clustered around all the farms, which are also clustered around one end of the kingdom, and then all the way over here, there's no farms, and they're all having to be provided for by lots of deliveries. So maybe it's a bit much. Like, how is this doing? No food in stock, no food in stock. Yeah, the markets can't keep up, because there's just too much food in the wrong place, and not enough food in the right place. The food consumption over here is massive, and we can't do much about it unless we can squeeze some farms in over here, which we can't unless I just completely rearrange my plans here. I mean, maybe we could just knock down some of this block and make it into farms and then get rid of some of the farms over here. What would probably make sense is if I stick some granaries over this end of the map. Like, because if we put some over here, some of the farmers will like, once the farmers have run out of other places they can take the food, they'll start taking it up here. So we could put a couple here, and it's going to be weird, definitely. But they'll only come over here if they've already completely run out of space to put the food anywhere else. So we can kind of watch how this goes. I mean, this is just general transportation to homes, looks like. It seems like they're taking it from the furthest away ones, which is presumably a good thing. It went positive this year, so maybe it's just sort of like swings and roundabouts. It always comes back to okay in the end. Like, we're still losing some to exposure, and that means like, it's lying in the field, and if there was a super shortage, then it wouldn't lie in the field because there'd be space for it. That sort of thing. We've got a merchant arrived. I don't think there's anything we particularly want. It even seems like the iron situation's okay now. We were worrying about it before, but it's now positive again, so perhaps we can just leave that to do its thing. Now there's a small amount of stone stuff. Oh, I guess maybe the stone usage was 0 because it's only ever used for build projects. Yeah, nothing uses stone, actually, except stuff I build. So that's actually why. And then this year we've generated a small amount because I spent it building the granaries. Huh. Interesting. Right, I think the harvest has just happened. So are the people flooding down here to put food in these? I don't know. Not really. Oh, a little bit of food went in. Okay, maybe they're not really serving the purpose. Maybe the food's all dying before it gets there or something. Though I think once it's been stored once, it then cannot decay, presumably. Otherwise, if your kingdom was too big, people walking around would have food in their hands disintegrate. Hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, maybe it's not working. But also, it says we're positive again. Oh, we only lost 1 to exposure. I mean, we were positive, but still. That food amount is getting low. If it hits 0, then we're in serious trouble. Is the harvest going to happen before we hit 0? Is anyone complaining of hunger? No, just a lack of taverns. The usual. What you'd expect. Any second now the harvest should hit, so it seems like we're safe. Yep, there it goes. And the food rockets back up again. I feel like it's okay, but I'm concerned. Definitely concerned that I've overcooked it, and at some point it's gonna backfire horribly. But also, I would like to put 2 houses here because it's just such an open space. You know. And then we can actually have 1,800 people living here, because we'll never manage it with... Oh, that's not where I put it. Demolish. Try that again. Build it here, and then build the next one where this tree is, and they've rebuilt the thing. Can I just delete... There we go. Chop it, and then as soon as it's chopped, I'll place this house. There we go. So yeah. 50 more capacity. And that shouldn't tip over the balance, right? It should be fine, right? Be fine, right? I'm not sure. I mean, we have like some orchards over here, but still they're gonna be just in ridiculous demand. Like all that food's gonna vanish immediately because it's all being carried over here. It dropped lower this year, but then again, it picked up. It was positive, but none to exposure. It's on a knife edge, I feel like, which is a little bit of a danger. You have a rainy year and you're in serious trouble, but I feel like it's okay. What other build space do we have? There's back here, but I kind of don't want to do anything with this because this is part of the decorative region. Like maybe I'll put some moats back here or more fountains. Let's make it a moat. That might make some of these houses nearby count as beachfront property. This is something I remembered recently. Is that when you build moats in front of houses, it means that their happiness goes up because they're in front of water, and they like that. But I think they might need to be like directly in front, so this maybe doesn't count. Right, that's access to drinkable water. Don't see anything about being waterfront, but maybe because the moat's not finished yet. Let's see if anything suddenly pops up on the list when this is done. I didn't see anything happen. Okay. There we go, nice little bit of extra decorative stuff at the back of the building there. There's some space around here, technically. You know what, should I just put some farms here? This is really good farming land. I'm just gonna plunk some farms here, like... Let's make good use of the space. There we go. That'll stave off starvation. Just a little bit. And there's like literally no room anywhere else. We've got like a couple of little pockets here where I've got nothing to do with them, really. And somewhere over here we need a tavern. Like, just where this tree is, I guess. Actually, no, it should be over here, because it'll be a little bit closer to other stuff. Where is it? Tavern. Oh, I was too slow, and they made more trees. Oh, hey, we got a dragon attack. Hold up, where is it? There he is. He's already well in the middle of the kingdom and immediately being annihilated. Yep. Yep, he's going to fall through that house. And everyone's definitely going to be okay for food this year. Oh. Oh, food shortage. Okay, it happened. Maybe these farms will help stave that off, but yeah, apparently we're actually in a food shortage situation. So, crap. Put a tavern down anyway, that'll make people a little bit happy about the whole thing. Yeah, that got pretty serious. Minus 30 briefly. We could get rid of some of the tree chopping down here, but we've already, like, narrowed this down so much. I guess though our wood usage at this point is very small. 130 by the charcoal makers were generating exactly double that from the foresters, so we could cut down on foresters and have a couple more farms around this area, but the land is crap. It's all barren around here. There's a couple of bits of fertile on the edge, but it's also not inside irrigation range. That cuts off over here. And I refuse to get rid of my fancy district for more farming capabilities. That's just not okay. One thing we could definitely do is relocate our charcoal makers, because there's a lot of empty land over here that I can't do anything with. It's not being used for growing or for anything else. So, what if I go industry and I just fill this in with charcoal makers just all along the back? Should be far enough out of the way of these homes that it doesn't bother them. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which means we can cut away 10 over here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 2 left. I'm actually just build like 2 more. Then again, we know we're on a ridiculous positive right now. We can quite possibly just get rid of these 2 without a worry. Like, they're generating 15 per year, and we were over by 60. So theoretically, removing those 2 will still be over by 30. And then, yeah, we can't do much about the foresters. We can't, like, cram them in much more. We can get rid of, like, these ones over here, maybe. And do it that way. And then all along here have some farms and stuff. Basically every bit of space that we can muster. Because over here is a little bit better. If I could just skip through the winter, I can see what I'm dealing with again. In terms of ground quality. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's all just standard fertile over here. And over here. And there's a couple of dots of very fertile. So basically this is the region we want to use. Here's not so great because it's barren. We want to get the most out of it if we can. So yeah, I'm going to cut out... How many do we have? We have 7, it looks like. We'll cut out 3. The ones that are remaining have plenty of room to work. And then let's just clear out a bunch of trees around this area. This is still going to want to plant them around here, but it doesn't matter so much. Because there's plenty of trees over here for it, so we'll just cut it off here. I might move the firehouse. I think that's the position is now awkward. In fact, yeah, there's an easy way of doing this if we cut that and cut that. We want the firehouse nearer to the new charcoal makers anyway. So, put that there. Put the well right behind it. Seems to make sense. And then we've got a lot of room to expand. I'm just going to switch off some of these for now so that I can order the trees chopped and they stay chopped. Clear it all out. Don't want them. And we can put more orchards in. Orchards are the best one. I mean, these are like... Yeah, 26 per year. So that's a little bit less than 7 per tile. I think we can do better if we arrange it correctly. Because these are all 10 per tile. I mean, the one in the middle isn't doing anything. But still... comes out at 9 per tile, basically. Yeah, farms are better. Orchards are immune to rain, though, so maybe that's something we should do. Oh, I can't build it on that spot because it's barren. Maybe we do get irrigation over here. Oh, we totally can! There's a water wheel right here that we're not using. We can irrigate this whole place, get all the farms doing better. Okay. Farming, aqueduct. We'll just run it along the road, I suppose. I think it can connect that way. Let's hope it can, because I'm building it. Well, there's actually a bit more space just here that we can put one more charcoal maker just to make sure we're doing okay there. Anything else like that? No, we're keeping that one in place. Let's see these built and make sure they're okay. Gonna take a bit of a minute. And just see if the water flows along it. It looks like that is a connection, but it's kind of weird. There it is. Yeah, it's connected. It's all fine. Now it's just the question of where we put the irrigation to get good coverage. This all over here is already sorted. So we just have to worry about this area here. There's no other farms around that can be affected that aren't already. And maybe there's some around here, but that's probably a bit too far away for us to actually do anything with. Okay. Reservoir. Yeah, we want it pretty central to make sure we get... Oh, well, we're not doing anything over there, but maybe we will in future, I don't know. If we actually have it over here... Oh, you know what? That's perfect. And that's good use of the space. Oh, there's a plague. Uh-oh. Let's see how the doctors deal with that. I don't see any markers already, so I guess they fixed it nice and quick. Always good. I'm actually going to demolish this one again. I'm going to put the reservoir here, because it's close enough. And then, yeah, put some farms around here. And we'll make them be orchards. Just because they fit better tile-wise. And once we have this irrigated, we'll be able to build on the barren tiles. Just until then, we can't. I'll also run some standard farms along the edge here. Plenty of them. Gotta chop down one more tree. And build. And we've got the irrigation, so I can put in the remaining orchards. Plonk, plonk. And we can have one more here. Yeah, we'll do it. Plonk. And then... do you put a farm there just because it's a nice tile? Yeah, sure. I mean, Barren doesn't give you a huge debuff, but... you gotta cut off at some point, I suppose. I forget exactly how much Barren does give you, but we've avoided it, so we don't have to worry. So yeah, these will speed up as they get master workers working on them. And that should be more than enough food to fix our problems. Because yeah, we were on the edge. We were getting food shortages year on year. And again, we've got tavern crowding. Because now we're right up there at the higher number. Okay, we'll put another tavern literally just right next to this one. Why not? It's fine. They'll compete for customers. It'll be great. Okay, now we probably want to have some storage around here. This is all the trees we have remaining. I should bear that in mind. I don't want to push things too far. At the same time, I have literally zero space now. I think basically every tile here is full. There's a bit of emptiness over here. Oh, you know what? I should totally put some storages over here. You relocate to... oh, come on. What's the button? There you go. You guys need to get out of the way. You can just stand in the street. It's fine. Nobody cares. Let's just put like a large granary right here. That seems like it'll be useful because there's a couple farms around here, and I think otherwise these are actually going like back this way. Yes, that's no good. Why didn't I already have a granary here? I should probably have multiple. Anyway, it's just over here now in the kind of lack of granaries. So what I'm thinking is I get rid of this here. We probably don't need that anymore because we've got the fire hazards over here now. Actually, can we put a well like there? No, it has to be placed on land. We're kind of short on land. Okay, I'm just going to add another smaller granary to this spot here. Just to give us a bit more storage. And then let's get these back up and running again. That should all be fine. They should be able to supply our charcoal makers. In the meantime, we've been on a negative, but it's a relatively small one considering we're only running on 2 of 4. Previously 7. I'll take it. So yeah, that's our entire supply of wood in the entire kingdom now, as it stands, but it's working. We're just tree farming it to death. And that is basically this whole land filled. There's like some fiddly bits around here, I really don't know what to do with those. I'll probably just leave them. Because really I don't have much else to build here, unless they want another tavern at some point. And well, yeah, the happiness is fantastic right now. And the tax income is fine, so I don't need to up that or anything. Yep, the whole kingdom is looking pretty great. Everything positive except wood, that'll be fixed shortly. Yep, that is all looking good. Alright then, it is time. It is time to try setting up a new kingdom. So we come over here. Oh, I have to name the island. Oh crap, well this is Winterfell. What do we call this one? I mean, it's full of wolves, so I feel like this should be Winterfell, really. Kinda doesn't make sense. It's the mainland. I don't know what to call it. But we need to build an outpost, so let me find the thing for it. Where even is it? There we go, it appears in like the maritime section. Yeah, so build on unclaimed land to start a new settlement, provides a small amount of starting resources when complete, and then we build a dock separately, at which point we can presumably have transport ships running between. You can only have those once you have 2 docks. So, yeah. I guess we'll set it up somewhere around this barren area here to get started with, and then there'll be a lot of homes around here, and then farms over this way, that kind of thing. We can maybe space the farms a little bit better this time. We'll learn our lesson about how that whole thing works. Should we just have it pretty much central? Does that work? Road running down here. Let's have a look at how this thing looks. Yeah, so there's kind of a back and a front to it, feels like. Yeah, let's have it like here. Maybe close to this edge. I'm just worried about Vikings coming this way and just annihilating the thing. I'm a little bit concerned. We have blocks of 4. Oh, that works perfectly, actually. Yeah, I'm going to build it right about there. And now we brace for the Viking attack. Oh. What is this? This is new music. I don't think Vikings are attacking, are they? Or are they? This is, I guess, did the different islands get different soundtracks? Or is this just like a victory song that plays? This is very strange. But yeah, here it is. What does this do? Yeah, build it on unclaimed land, and we have, how many people? We have 5 people. And then, yeah, we have a new job priority board. It's a new island. It's basically starting again, but also there happens to be this giant kingdom just over the river. There's a merchant here. It's not important, is it? It doesn't have anything special for us. Okay, I'm gonna not name it today if I'm allowed to get away with that, and I will ask for name suggestions in the comments. So if you've got an idea for a cool name, then please do tell me. And also I realize I don't want to start with stone roads. We need to start with like normal roads, or we'll run out of materials pretty sharpish. Yeah, let's build stuff out. I guess we build the port first, and then we're good there. So maritime, the dock. Are we allowed to build it? Oh yeah, our money goes between kingdoms. That's nice. We can build this right out here if we want. Technically, we should do that because later on we're going to be building things out in terms of. Oh, should we build it over here actually? Then the docks are right next to each other. Nah, I'll move it away because the devs have since changed the distance between islands because they're like, yeah, it's ridiculous that the boats can just go boop 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 between the things between the islands. So I'll not cheat and I'll do it properly. So I'm gonna have it like out here. Yeah, there. Actually, oh, looking at it, I should have. No, hold on. Wait, cancel. Demolish. Move it over by 1. Let's have it line up with the actual edge of the water. Flip it around. I like it being like that way. There we go. And we'll build a little bridge out to it as well. We can do that. So, bridge. Plonk, plonk. And then we maybe need to worry about food, or maybe we can just get this dock built and then we're good. Just bring some in from this island, though, as we've learned, this island struggling for food at times. It's doing okay for the moment. I think we fixed it. We probably overfixed it with how much farming we added in there. So I think we're actually safe. Right, they're about to finish this, and then we're allowed to build some ships. I notice people are homeless right now, so they might start to, like, revolt if I don't do something quickly. Right, okay, we've got a new menu-y sort of thing going on. It's a little bit different than normal. And I'm going to build a transport ship. And I'm going to build it over on this end, in case that matters. It must be built in shallow water. Oh, uh-oh. Maybe I've messed things up here. Maybe this boat isn't allowed to dock because it can't get to shallow water. Well, if we have to clear out a bit of space here so that they can get to the dock, then maybe the Vikings can as well, and we'll see them again. Because they still haven't turned up. 110 years overdue for an attack now. Still nothing. Oh, someone died in a woodcutting accident. Oh dear. It takes 5 people ages to build this. It's because they have to go through water. This is like... It's funny juxtaposition of old and new here, of like the early parts of the game where things are a lot slower to get done, but also at the same time you have the resources at your disposal of late game. Okay, we have our boat. Oh, there's all sorts going on here. Oh my god, this is like trains in Factorio. What? Oh, there's a dragon. Oh, please tell me he's attacking the mainland. Oh no. Oh yeah, he's already dead. And we're fine. And there's another one, he's also dead. Yep, that's the mainland for you. There you go. Right, yes. Where'd the boat go? It's over here now. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, this is straight up like Factorio trains. I had no idea. So this is Doc Van Doom, apparently. Yeah, so Doc Van Doom picked up food and stone, I guess. Yeah, pick up, like, 50 food. And, like, 200... 99999 stone. All the stone. There we go. Pick up all the stone. Pick up some of that and then all the stone. And then drop off 50 food. And drop off 99999 stone. Play. Can view the hold. Okay, it's only got capacity for 200. I'm going to make it 200 stone then. 200. 200. But here it is, and it's dropping off food and stone. Also, we're storing wood in there, because why not? And this is just going to keep doing that. No wonder they put the islands further apart. This is super quick. Also, I missed it. I really should have bought everything that merchant ship had to offer. Why didn't I do that? I was distracted by learning that there's a train timetable on these boats. What does this do? Oh yeah, it's set to repeat orders, or you can change it so it only does the thing once. Alright, that's amazing. I love it. Okay, right. Now we can build tons of stuff. We need some homes. No, not stone roads. Well, actually, no. Yeah, we can build stone roads now. I've fixed that problem. We now have stone forever. Make everything stone. Set it all up. Let's get some infrastructure going here. This is going to keep these guys busy for a minute. It's probably a bit much. Actually, I'm going to leave this place just untouched for now, because the block sizes are going to be different for farms to make that all work nicely. Can I build a manor? No, we don't have enough stone or wood. We could just start annihilating some trees. Oh, there's wolves about. I forgot about that. Bits of forest that aren't full of wolves over here. Oh, I like that the aqueduct is actually making some of the ground over here more fertile. That's a way to get yourself started early on. And, there's one of our dead dragons turned into wheat, because that's how that works. Right, annihilate all those trees. That should get us sorted. Give us a triple speed. And yeah, we can't even build a basic house. I accidentally used up all the wood we have. Precisely all the wood we have, in fact. Interesting. Can I get some wood being delivered? We clearly need a little bit of it. Just to get us started. Pick up 20 wood. Drop off 20 wood. Just to help supplement things, though they should shortly be off to go cutting down all those anyway. Though they're keeping themselves busy running things between the dock and the base. Nope. What's that about? Why was there a horn? Don't know what that was about. Did I do a thing? Is this what they're going to do forever? Just unload all this stone I have? Oh, it's because I selected the outpost. It did the... There it is. I didn't realize it did that. Oh dear. I realize I've got them caught in a loop. They're just going to be doing this forever. Oh, maybe it's because of... Yeah, they count as dock workers before they count as timber workers. Everyone go be timber workers. We don't need dock workers as the only job done in this entire kingdom when there are 5 people right now. Dock working should be the last thing you do when there's nothing else to do. To make sure to deliver the wood back. They're not doing that, they're just chopping down trees and leaving the wood out there. I guess it still counts as wood that we have now, that's fine. Yeah, I want to build a manor immediately because it's funny. That we just go, like... This is how we settle this land. Straight away with the opulent manors. tons of them. Straight up to 50 capacity when we build these two. It's gonna be great. I wonder if they're gonna harvest the dead dragon. I guess they won't until there's, like, no food in the docks. I guess that, like, just moving things around is super low priority, like if you're a stockpile worker or whatever. Don't get too close to those wolves. Where are those wolves? I don't see the wolves right now, and that concerns me. Also, there is something I need to try here, just as we're getting towards the end for today. The witch. I want to see what the witch does, because I've never known. As you approach the door, the witch seems to be sleeping. Oh, hold on, there's a merchant. I gotta go do this first. Merchant. Sell me everything you have. That's zeros. I'm just hammering zeros. How much will this cost? Everything I have and more. Okay, maybe not all of this. Some tools would be nice. We don't need armaments. We don't need stone. We've already got that covered. We don't need food. We've already got that covered. That is still all our money. What do I get rid of? Some of the iron. Actually, we can get rid of tons of the iron. The iron's not important. The tools are more important because that'll mean everyone's working quicker while they're here. And they don't have any wood. That's fine. I'll deal. There we go. Thank you very much. Let's up taxes back home so that we can afford that. Just max them out. It's fine. Trend towards 61. That's still holding up fine by my book. As long as it doesn't drop below 50, it's okay. Right, we got that done. Merchant dealt with. Right, again. So finally I get to find out what this does. I've never learned what the witch is actually for. The witch. As you approach the door, the witch seems to be sleeping. Knock. You've awakened me. How long was I asleep? Years, perhaps? I'm starved. Fetch you some wood, you will? Could you send 107 food in 3 years? Relationship state feels ambiguous. Yes. Send. How do I send food? This is important. Let's chat again in 8 years. Oh, I gave them the food. I guess we had enough food. Thanks very much. Let's chat again in 8 years. Right then, I guess we'll come back in 8 years? That's less than an episode, so I suppose it'll get done. There we go, we got our first manor made. We now have 25 beds. People are now vaguely happy because they're not homeless. Always nice to see. And yeah, in a very weird and strange and odd way, we have ourselves a new kingdom, and already there's just mountains of supplies in our dock. The thing's almost full. The stupid amounts of charcoal. I probably bought too much charcoal. It's taken them a while to load up the dock with stone, apparently. Yeah, there's no stone in here. Come on, guys, get the stone delivered. 200 stone. Get this thing stocked. Come on, it's not like you're doing anything else with stone right now. It's the main thing that matters out of everything. Alright then, there's our new kingdom. So yes, in the comments, please suggest names for this new kingdom. Game of Thrones themed ones would be preferred to keep with the theme. I mean, we could just call it Westeros, but it makes no sense because we have Winterfell as an island. I mean, none of this makes any sense, I'll be honest. But I'm sure you'll come up with something that'll be neat. And also, this probably needs to be called Harlow or Pike after the Iron Islands, because this makes sense. But the rest of it doesn't. We'll see. But that is where we shall leave it for today. Next episode, we will continue to build up this strange new outpost we have that is just manors and a castle and a dock. Maybe we'll actually have them producing their own food. That seems like something quite important as more people turn up to the kingdom. But that's all we have time for today, so I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.